appears in the legal notice section of the Courier Post, stating the time, date, location, and the formal action will be taken at that time. Notice was also posted with the Township Clerk. As President, I declare this to be a legal meeting of the Board of Education. Roll call, Mr. Oberg.
Mr. Kofoid?
Present.
Mr. McDevitt? Here. Dr. Maloney?
Present.
Mr. Scargill? Here. Ms. Andrew Williams?
Present.
Mr. James Wilson? Mr. Rodriguez?
Present.
Mr. Newton? Mr. Wynn? Mr. O'Brien?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Oberg. Stand to approve the flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Please have a moment of silence for Jamal Alfred. Thank you. Okay, can we have approval of the minutes of the prior meeting?
President, I move minutes of June 8th special, June 8th executive, June 16th conference, June 16th executive, June 23rd business, June 29th special, and June 29th executive.
Second. We have a motion and a second. On the question? Roll call, Mr. Oberg.
Mr. Kofoid?
Yes.
Mr. McDevitt?
Yes.
Dr. Maloney?
Yes.
Mr. Scargill?
Yes.
Ms. Andrew Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Mr. Wynn?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Resolution passes.
Report of the zone PTA.
Amy Frable, 5525 Cedar Avenue. It's summer, so we're just closing up last year and getting ready for New Year. We did get word from National PTA, they are raising their fees, so all our PTAs are going to need to raise their membership fees this year. We're talking about it, but we're looking at about $5 per PTA. Hoping to keep them uniform. That's all I've got going thus far.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll go to public comment on agenda items only. The Pennsauken Township Board of Education recognizes that the schools are the concern of all members of the community. With this in mind, the Board of Education welcomes and solicits input from the public during the regular monthly business meeting. Members of the community are afforded an opportunity to express their views. It does, however, respectfully suggest that students attempt to resolve concerns by speaking directly to school administrators before bringing it to the board. Individuals with a relevant interest in the functions or duties of the board are invited to speak a maximum of 5 minutes on any one issue. You are required to give your name and address before speaking.
Mr. President, I make a motion we close the public portion for agenda items. Sorry.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Oberg, that passed unanimously.
Thank you.
Report of the board solicitor.
I have no report from public session this evening, Mr. President.
Thank you. Report of committees of the Board of Education.
Mr. President, if I may,
Yes, please.
hopefully everyone, when they came in tonight, saw our band out there practicing and our football team practicing, getting ready for the new school year. Work doesn't stop for active and involved young people. Just also remind everyone that tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night is the summer theater, youth action summer theater performance of Ragtime. The other item I'd like to mention, I wish I had known about it sooner. The voting is closed, but 2 of our schools are participating in a contest through Big Lots. Big Lots to Give is the name of the contest. Baldwin School and Carson Elementary School both put together videos to enter into a video contest, and public had the opportunity to vote for the contestants in this contest from all over the country through July the 4th. Baldwin's theme was help us bring interactive learning to Baldwin, interactive play and learning to Baldwin School. And Carson's theme is we're in the business of growing readers. And they were both very well done. Got a special energy out of the Carson one. They had the students decorated with little flowers and so forth. You know, they used the garden theme with watering can and all. So I'd just like to thank everyone that was involved with that, particularly Mr. Matthews, who pulled everything together for the two schools. I believe the results will be announced on August the 4th, Mr. Oliver.
I think it's
15th? Okay. 15th of August, the results will be announced, and hopefully enough people voted for one or two of our Pennsauken schools, and they'll have an opportunity to share in some significant prize money put together through pre-club. So, thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Copeland. Report of old business.
I have a couple of items. First, I would like to talk about the contract for the support negotiation that we approved at Monday night's meeting. I'd like to talk about amending the contract that we have with Dr. Chapman for the negotiation support to be limited to the teachers' PEA negotiations. And that's the old business I'd like to bring up and make that suggestion for the amendment. Because the contract itself just says negotiations, but it's not specific.
The contract is with the EIRC.
That's correct.
Not with Dr. Chapman.
That's correct, but the contract itself needs to be, I suggested it to be amended just for the teachers' negotiations, because it says negotiations.
Right. I just didn't want members of the public to misunderstand, because they might think it was a contract with Dr. Chapman. That was all.
No, it's a contract with the IRC, but Dr. Chapman will be representing, or he will be providing the services as far as teacher negotiation is concerned through the IRC.
Interesting idea. At this time, I'd like to leave it to the discretion of the committees that are in negotiations if they feel that they need his expertise. So I would suggest that we not amend the contract.
It was my understanding it was just for the teachers' contract negotiations. I didn't know there were other contracts that we were considering him for.
We were considering him for help in any time that we have issues in negotiation. Whether you use him every time, that would be a decision made by the committees with the input of the superintendent.
Okay, so let me just clarify. So in terms of hiring the IRC, the contract is for negotiations period, because I thought we were just referring to teachers' negotiations. That's just my question.
You were incorrect.
Okay, it wasn't clear. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. Another issue. I went back and I reread Mr. McConnell's new contract that was signed on July 5th. And it reflects compensations that were to be removed. And again, I'm asking to amend his contract to remove the compensations such as the phone calls or the copies. I don't have the contract in front of me, but that same information is in the contract that was signed on July 5th of this year. That was his contract last year.
I did not understand that the time I spent on the phone with either board members or doing district business was to be removed from the contract, nor did I understand that I was not to charge for copies. If that's the direction of the board, I apologize. I did not understand that to be the direction. And And
I did not remember actually the board. A lot of discussion that went into the contracts, and it was approved as presented.
We discussed it at the June board meeting. Mr. McConnell stated himself that there were certain things that he does not charge for. That is in that contract, and we had agreed that we were going to remove it. And the contract that was signed on July 5th is identical to the contract for 2010-11. And there were some items for 11-12 that were supposed to come out. We agreed on that.
I do not recall that.
Okay. We agreed on that. We need to go back.
I recall the discussion, the question came up about attendance at conferences and so forth, the board paying for them. I don't recall anything about copying or phone calls. I would think that much of the board business that Mr. McConnell conducts is conducted over the phone, and I think he's entitled to compensation for that time.
That's fine. We need to go back and look at that again, because there was a list there, mileage and so forth and so on. And I can remember him stating that these were things that he doesn't usually charge for. And I said, that's fine, and let's be clear and take them out of the contract. And it was agreed.
It was not agreed.
Now, the only thing I remember him saying that he does not charge for were paralegals, which was in the other contract.
Okay. What I'm asking is to go back and take a look at the contract, because this year's contract is identical to last year's contract. And there was discussion that some of that information or some of those perks or compensation were coming out. We have minutes to go back and listen to the tapes, but it was made and suggested. Okay, so that's my suggestion there. I was just concerned because we said one thing, but we did something else. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have one other issue. I got a hold of the capital report. Quite interesting. CAPA from the Department of Education is the Collaborative Assessment and Planning Achievement. And the CAPA team from the Department of Education first came to Pennsauken High School in 2007. And they came back again in April and they issued another report. And the report they issued is the Collaborative Benchmark Assessment of the high school to review how their recommendations were implemented, to work with district staff, and to look at governance. Findings were interesting. CAPA said that school leadership is student-centered, open to change, good. Teachers are aware of changes in the curriculum and aligned with the courses for students. National Honor Society has after-school tutorials for the students. There was good use of Scantron to give information to identify and remediate students' weaknesses. They also commented on the 64-minute math and language arts block schedule for freshmen and sophomores. They said that they were happy that technology was used in every classroom. They also felt that good supports with the SAT counselor and the college planning program, and even also said that the robocalling or whatever call system we have for information, they commented on that and thought that was good. And they also said that they felt very positive that Pennsauken Pride is a strength. And I'm glad they identified all those things for the high school. However, they also gave other comments and recommendations. One comment, they strongly advised that we need to restructure the restructuring plan at the high school. Teacher prep time for planning and collaborating was limited. Test results aren't always tied to instructions, as teachers are not held accountable for that. To apply differentiated instruction and lesson planning. The newly formed school leadership team has 6 teachers, 1 principal, yet no students or parents. And the team hasn't received any training in group dynamics or data analysis. And that parent and community involvement continue to be problematic. They also talked about some of the subgroups as far as special ed and English language learners. They recommend a full-time special ed supervisor at the high school. They also were concerned that Booker T. Washington doesn't offer the same type of comprehensive coursework or program as in the high school.